Now, you guys may remember the Pope took part in the whole thing of creating the 10 Commandments and the what, Hajjaz. So now they have compiled 7 things that, according to the Pope, you must abstain from. And I thought, hey, these are worth reading here so that we can get an update. You know, we want us some popularization. So what is in the Pope's eyes worth staying away from, as you might actually put it? First of all, this is a 7th list right here. Okay, on the top of the list, abstain from avoiding God. Okay, not specific or anything like that, just God. Point number 2, abstain from spiritual ignorance. I almost said spiritual. I'm watching too much Bashir. Abstain from spiritual ignorance, okay? And so this one here I'll come back to, because when the next points that they mention kind of avoid spiritual ignorance. But let's move on here. The next one is abstain from digital media platforms. I am using digital media to read this, so which means I won't be able to read. But I understand. Have a limit, be able to restrict yourself. I absolutely get that. Okay, we'll go on here, and it says abstain from polarization and divisions. Now, a few days back, you guys might remember me mentioning that the Pope, one of the points of the Pope from the message that was posted in November then, it is clear that the Pope would rather that people don't become polarized or divided. When a Protestant shouldn't just remain Protestant, should just include everybody, or should just consider that everybody is in the... Anyways, avoid divisions. The Bible does tell us that we are divided. It says, I have come to divide the Father from the Son. Why? Because these two people believe differently, do not be equally yoked with unbelievers. So, the idea of not being divided, if you go back to that platform, to that one here, avoid being spiritually ignorant. If I am not dividing with people who are, say for example, an extreme case here, people who are cultists, what am I exposing myself to then? Interesting. Let's go on here. Further, point number 5. Remember, there are 7. Abstain from being indifferent from others. I don't understand. If you are avoiding spiritual ignorance, you are going to find indifference between you and others. So don't divide. So don't be making divisions of whether Catholic or what, or you understand. But anyways, just wait for it. Abstain from unnecessary noise. Okay, I absolutely get that. Get your time. Get you some me time. Abstain from narcissism, victimhood, and pessimism. Okay. Note something here. Some of these points contradict each other. They are in direct contradiction to each other. And why do I say that? They are in direct contradiction to each other if you're going to avoid the things that others teach in their spiritual practice. You will get into divisions if you really acknowledge what they are teaching. But to say don't take any divisions. Oh, don't be polarizing. Don't be accepting any form of division whatsoever. It kind of avoids dealing with doctrinal subjects. It avoids dealing with this. So at the end of the day, what do you end up with? You end up in a position where it's just you have an antichrist version of religion. This is why the Pope agrees with this ecumenical movement. It's because he thinks that division in doctrine should not be a thing. Don't be looking at your indifferences and stuff like that. Don't be looking at things that divide. We are Catholics, you guys are Protestant. Yeah, we believe differently in doctrine. They are busy worshiping Mary, we don't, and whatnot. and then just be accepting. What happens is that you mix the ungodly and the godly, and at the end of the day, people can't tell the difference. The agenda is set. The agenda is set as the video we posted a while ago, which was showing that they were merging these ideas from Pan-Africanism all the way into all other theological teachings and all other religions. They are trying to bring everybody into one basket. If you can hear a little bit of noise, I don't know. It's Friday. People are getting drunk on the hallway here, so it's okay. It's Ricky. I thought this was quite an interesting one for us to really note here. Notice, just accept everybody. Just don't question. Don't have too many of those swelling up in your mind. Relax, chill, and accept everything. It's ridiculous